What is going on, Pokemon fans? Welcome back to JD's Nerdiverse. We're doing a playthrough today of Pokemon Blue with Eevee, the evolution Pokemon. Let's go ahead and get the setup done here. I had a big thing where I was going to actually ask everyone to subscribe because we're close to 300 subscribers, but in the middle of work yesterday, someone subscribed, and I'm at 300 now. So that's done. Congrats to me. Got 300 subscribers. Now we're striving for 500. So if you're not a subscriber, you can actually help me out and hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 500 subscriptions, okay? And it's just helping the channel grow, and I couldn't do this without all of you listening right now. So appreciate you very much. So let's go and get this battle started. I actually named our rival Winston, and that was a mistake, and you'll see why here in a little bit. So we always grab that first potion, and we always got to walk into the grass, and Professor was like, no, don't go in the grass. Oh no. Okay. Oh no, come get a Pokemon. Okay. And we go get a Pokemon, and we're talking to Professor Oak. Our rival, like I said, is Winston. I messed up, and here's what I mean by messed up. So Eevee is like a cat, dog, fox thing, so I named it just cat, dog. Cat, dog, fox would have been a little too long. I don't like names that long unless it's funny, but I'll just go cat, dog. So my thought process was with the name of our rival is I thought I forgot the name of the mouse that lives with them in cat, dog. It's actually Winslow, not Winston. I made the mistake halfway through this. I realized that. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with it, and let's get our first rival fight out of the way. So we come out with our cat dog Eevee. Eevee is normal type. Tackle is normal type move, so we get a little bit of stab. That's why we're doing so much damage, and we get like a 4-shot, knock out our rivals Pokemon, and we move on to the rest of the game. Let's progress. So we're gonna go on to Bug Force, and we'll go over our stats real quick. So with this Pokemon, we start off with 55 HP, 55 attack, defense is 50, and special 65, and speed is 55. So what's really dumb about this Pokemon? There's nothing here that's super bad, like we don't have like a glaring weakness, but we also don't have a glaring strength. Actually, our best stat we can't even use. So our best stat is special. Special is 65 with this one. We go with that's our highest stat. And we have no special moves we can get with this Pokemon. The only thing this is good for is defense. So whenever we face something that has like water gun or like fire moves or even psychic, whatever, special defense is what our special will work for defense and offense. We can't even get an offensive move that uses this stat until probably the Elite Four, roughly, or at least until we have the move Mimic. So yeah, nothing great here. Now there is a thing we have called stat variance. This is something I've mentioned before, where what's its best stat and what's its worst stat, and kind of like, you know, what's the difference between the two. Our worst stat is the defense at 50, so that's actually not horrible. It could definitely be a lot worse. And our best stat is special, which we can't use, but it doesn't create a glaring weakness with this Pokemon, at least in the stats department. Okay, and we're gonna go over the moves here in a little bit. So we're getting this last potion here. And yeah, stats aren't horrible. Speed could be better, attack could be better, all those things could be a little bit better, but they could also be a lot worse. And we've done more with less, so let's just say that. And we don't exactly get a diverse move pool, so that'll be a thing. Now usually I go for the second rival fight first and then go to Brock's Gym, but I was already here. I got a Pokemon that it's got a stab move with tackle, and Diglett's a 3-shot, very good. And now we're just going to use a strategy, and I hate using this kind of strategy, but it's the best strategy to use. Is we're going to Sand Attack Sandshrew into Oblivion so that we can attack him and he can't attack us. And it's kind of a teaser for what's going to happen with Brock. And we get the knockout, very good. Level 13, we get the knockout, beat the junior trainer, Million Light Years trainer, and we move on to the second rival fight. Now, second rival fight, our rival has a Pidgey added to his team, and I think Pidgey's actually the harder of the two, if I'm being personally honest, because Pidgey has Sand Attack. It just failed right there, very good. 3-shot on the Pidgey, and now it's just a matter of getting knocked out. The Squirtle. Yo, 2-shot on the Squirtle, very good. So now we move on to Brock. Brock is the Rock Gym leader, so you'd think normal type, we're gonna have some problems. Well, we had to level 20 to beat him anyway, so let's just go that route. Wakanda forever. Taking a drink of my drink. Alright, so the strategy here is Eevee has Sand Attack and Tackle. Tackle is a normal type move, so it is not going to do that much at all. But we also have another move called Sand Attack, where we can just Sand Attack Geodude into Oblivion. He'll never hit us. The only thing he can really do that'll work is Defense Curl. It's going to happen anyway, and we do about 1 damage, and we also get what happened right there, which was a critical hit. Critical hit will do way more damage and ignores all of his stat buffs, all of his defensive buffs. So we're going to do the same strategy on Onyx. The only difference here is Onyx cannot up his defense. So that's actually pretty good. He can just do Screech, Tackle, and Bide as the 3 moves he has. And honestly, Tackle and Screech would be a good combination because we don't have great defense. But the AI is just randomized when it comes to picking his moves. Okay? And what's great about having Sand Attack is it's good for Bide game. Whenever he initiates Bide, like right now, we use Sand Attack and nothing happens. So Bide will double back any damage done over 2 or 3 turns. Okay? Now we're out of Sand Attacks, and so we just need a couple more tackles, and we get the attack done. Very good. We probably could have got this done at level like 18 with that kind of strategy. We have a lot of health left, so maybe as low as 16. Now let's go over the moveset with this Pokemon. I know this looks confusing. Ignore what's in yellow. I'll break it down for you. Tackle. We get it level 1. Well, level 5. We start level 5. 35 base power, 95% accurate. It's a stab move, so it's around like 53 base power. Okay? And we also start the game off with Sand Attack. It's a actually lowering move. It's 100% accurate, and it lowers the opposition's accuracy by 1 stage. Okay, every time you do it. So I thought we were gonna have to get to level 27 or something to beat this, but you know, Eevee actually did pretty decent. And 27 is where we get our next move, and that's Quick Attack. Quick Attack is a 40 base power move, so a little bit better in Tackle in a lot of ways. It's a little bit better in the damage output. Instead of 53, it does 60. And a little better on the accuracy part, and it actually has priority. So Quick Attack has priority to go first. So when we get a little bit stronger, we want a move that can just knock the opposition out in one go. We have a move that can knock the opposition out in one go. And then we also get Bite at level 37. Don't think we're actually going to use it because we're going to have other moves by then. But it is a 90 base power move with Stab, 100% accurate. And then the last move we can learn is Takedown. This move is pointless. It's very dumb. So the TM moveset, level up moveset of this Pokemon is not great by any stretch. It doesn't even get better whenever we go to Pokemon Yellow. It just has more moves that can modify the opposition's stats, like Tail Whip lowers the defense and Growl, but we can't use those. So not even pointless. It's very pointless. So we're about to move on and look at the TM moveset, which also isn't very broad, but it's a little bit better than what we're dealing with right now. So I hope you can still see the game. Let's focus on the actual TM moveset. So we can get Toxic, which we can't use. We can use it, but it's kind of pointless. I don't like using Toxic. We can get Body Slam about a third of the way through the game we get Toxic. Or, I'm sorry, Body Slam. Body Slam is 85 base power, 100% accurate. With Stab, it goes from 85 to about 143, something like that. So it's a pretty powerful move. It's a very good move because it's Stab. It works well with our attack stat. Our attack stat isn't great, but it is what it is. We also get access to the TM Takedown, which I'm not going to use. We also get access to Double Edge, which will probably be useful because if you look at the rest of this moveset, it's not very broad at all. 100 base power, 150 base power with Stab, 100% accurate. It does do recoil. That is the one downside to this move. It's very powerful, but it does recoil. Rage would be great early because it would work well with our typing and attack stat, but we don't get it till later, so at that point it's pointless. Mimic will become in handy very, 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 very much so later in the game because we can mimic moves and actually utilize some of our special stats. So that's where Mimic's going to come in handy. We can't use Double Team. It would have been very useful in this playthrough, honestly, but we can't use it. Reflect actually gets used. Reflect will up your defense a little bit. I'm going to get the exact wording on what Reflect does, so give me 1 second. So Reflect in Generation 1, Reflect doubles the user's defense when the opponent damages the user with a physical move. So it doesn't actually work against special stuff, but it actually does work against all the physical moves against certain oppositions. We actually have to use Bide because if you look at this moveset, none of these moves can actually hit Ghosts. None of them can hit Ghosts. So we have to use Bide to get by Ghost Tower, or Pokemon Tower. It's kind of annoying because it's a crapshoot. It really is. Also, you could use Bide to get by Agatha, but we're going to use Mimic to get by Agatha. Swift is a move we can use, and I think it gets used for a little bit. But once you have Body Slam, if you just allocate a lot of your power points to Body Slam, you don't really need Swift. It's just more powerful. Swift doesn't miss, but Body Slam doesn't miss a lot either, to be completely honest. Okay, and Skull Bash, if it wasn't 2 turns, I might actually consider this move better, but it takes 2 turns. It's stupid. Rest does not get used in this playthrough. and I've yet to use substitute, so substitute does not get used in this playthrough. I might have to reconsider that, because I think I can start thinking of some strategies to use substitute, and it might not be too bad with this Pokemon, or some Pokemon like this that don't have a lot of type diversity. But we don't really have a setup move either for substitute, so I don't know. But that's our level up, our TM moveset, sorry. Not a lot of variety here. So if you look at this, you've watched Pokemon videos before. If you're watching this video, you probably have. And you can probably sit here and say, okay, what's our in-game moveset? Well, you could probably guess we're definitely going to keep Body Slam. We might have to keep Double Edge. If you look at our level up moveset, we don't have a badge boosting move. So I said Reflect and Mimic. Okay, Reflect and Mimic. So yeah, that's not a very broad moveset at all. And there's a lot of things that creates a lot of issues, and you're going to see a lot of issues here in a little bit. So it's not going to come back up for a couple seconds, but we're fighting this last trainer here, and we're fighting our Million Light Years trainer. That way we can get, I'm sorry, not the Million Light, I'm dumb. We're fighting the Super Duper Nerd, and we're going to get a fossil here in a minute. So we're still playing this game with 3 moves right now. We have Bide, Tackle, and Sand Attack. We're at level 24, so that's good. So we're only 3 levels away from getting Quick Attack. Very good. Okay. And we're going to knock out this coughing here. Once we knock out the coughing, one more time. Come on, hit him one more time. Hit him. Hit him. Okay. And we're going to heal just so we don't... we probably could have made it to the Pokemon Center, honestly, right there. And we get the Dome Fossil. All hail the Dome Fossil. And I don't know why that went away like that. But we're back. It's okay. And now we're back in Misty's gym. Or we're at Misty's gym. And right now we're just getting some levels. We can face Misty right now if we want to. We don't really have to. I kind of want to have Quick Attack before I face Misty, but the trainers in here aren't super bad because there's nothing they can really do to me. Sorry, my cat is being a butthead, and it likes to claw stuff while I'm doing voice. It really is a point of contention. It's really annoying to me. I'm trying to do a voiceover, and my cat always wants to fiddle with stuff in this room. He's always got to be in the same room as me. So if you hear some things in the background, I do apologize, but understand that I'm in a room that has just tons of stuff for the cat to play with. And we move on to our third rival fight. Our third rival fight, his team gets a little more broad, but not exactly better. But Pidgeotto is definitely his best Pokemon at this point in the game. So Pidgeotto looks like it's going to be about a 3-shot. Luckily, he's going for Gust and not Sand Attack. So once we get by Pidgeotto, the rest of this battle is pretty much smooth sailing. Tackle is a 2-shot on the Rattata. He Quick Attacked this, so we have more than half our health to deal with Squirtle. 2-shot, and then he's just trying to lower our stats. Doesn't work, Squirtle. We get the knockout, we beat you, and we slowly pan out, and we move on to the next part of the game. Now, this part of the game, there's nothing much to talk about, so I like to talk about some other YouTubers I like. So these are the two of the 3 YouTubers that got me into Pokemon. JRose11. His playthroughs are much different than mine. I will straight up admit that. But these two actually both have way different playthroughs. JRose11 does like in-game time, and he'll do like the same battle repeatedly until he gets it right. So it doesn't actually affect his real time. It doesn't affect his game time because he goes back to save points. Mah-Dry-Bread just hopes he can beat the game, and he gives himself some restrictions. And Scott's Thoughts and Squidgy are 2 other ones I like. Scott's Thoughts is more close to what I like to do, more analytical, and Squidgy does very good, and I say very good, Gen 2 content. He does very good Gen 2 content. He's actually been porting back some Pokemon from future generations, like Gen 3, into Gen 2. The battles going on behind these things, just ignore them. They're not very important right now. But these 2 are very good YouTubers, and I very much enjoy watching their videos. And then one lately is a good friend of mine, Eggsceptional. He has a Gen 3 content, Pokemon Red. Very well done. It's exceptionally good Gen 3 content. Eventually, I will get into Gen 2 and Gen 3. So these guys have taught me so much about the game just by watching. I enjoy the game as much as I do like to learn about the game. So eventually, I will get into Gen 2 and Gen 3 content. And these guys are kind of my inspiration on that. And I've learned so much about the games from both of them. And also, there's also another person you should subscribe to. He puts out some okay content. Not the greatest, obviously, but it's also this guy right here. JD's Nervous. Now, when I took the screenshot, like I said, it was $2.99, and I was going to, yeah, let's get the 300. But we're at 300 now, so let's strive for 500. That's the next goal. That's the next milestone I want to hit. And I appreciate every single one of you that takes the time out of your day to watch my video. I enjoy making them. I wish I could do this full time. I really do. I have so much fun. I just like to play Pokemon all day and then edit. That'd be the dream. But I do this from 4 to 7 in the morning and get this stuff done for you guys, so you guys have some Pokemon videos you can watch, breakdown of Generation 1, so on and so forth. So now let's go on and face Misty. Misty, we have Quick Attack now, so look how much Quick Attack does. It's a 2-shot, very good. And Sarmy comes out, and Sarmy isn't going to do too much. Like I said, we have really good special. So special isn't going to be too bad, and we get the knockout on Misty. Quick Attack, she wasn't going to be tough. I didn't think she was going to be tough at all. And now we're on the SSN, and we're getting probably our best move we're going to get throughout the game. Now, I do find it weird, and if you saw the moveset, there's one glaring move I thought we would get with this Pokemon, and that's Hyper Beam. I thought we'd get Hyper Beam, and Hyper Beam would have been great to add for this Pokemon, but we don't get Hyper Beam, so it is what it is. We also don't get Agility. I thought we might get Agility. There's a whole bunch of things I thought this Pokemon would have, but it don't get anything. And we move on to our 4th rival fight, and this is where our rival starts to having his team take a little bit of shape here. Body Slam is a 1-shot on the Pidgeotto. We're level 29. We have a stab move. 1-shot on the Eradicate. 1-shot on the Kadabra, I think. Yes, sir. And then War Turtle comes out. And did we get a 1-shot on the... I don't know why we went for a Quick Attack. Probably because we know he can't do any damage to us. Because we just went for Quick Attack and we're saving our power points for this guy, Lieutenant Surge. Now, Lieutenant Surge, the Trash Man, comes out with a Voltorb, okay, a Pikachu, and a Raichu. 1-shot on the Voltorb, 1-shot on the Pikachu. I don't think Raichu is a 1-shot. And we're going to decline learning Tail Whip right now. But I don't think Raichu is a 1-shot. He's not. But Thunderbolt doesn't do much, but it does paralyze us, but it does not do much damage, so I guess that special isn't so bad after all. Now, we get through Rock Tunnel, and really it's just one problem in Rock Tunnel, and that's this dude. Okay, that would be this dude right here. And that's Boomer the Hiker. He has 3 Pokemon that go boom. The Geodude has Self-Destruct, the first one. The second one also has Self-Destruct, which, look how much damage that did. So now we're going to go Graveler. And I actually had a strategy I implemented after this, Sand Attack, just so that he can explode and not hit us. And I didn't think about that until the last second, but if he'd hit us, he probably would have beat us. So now we get to Celadon City. I'm not going to show all of Rocket Game Corner or Rocket Hideout, whatever, because there's not much exciting in there. It's just a lot of 1-shots with Body Slam and Quick Attack. But we're going to go ahead and face Giovanni, because Giovanni is a tough guy to fight. Giovanni has 2 rock Pokemon he starts out with. Body Slam's doing a decent amount, actually. It's actually doing about a third. Well, not quite a third, because that's 4-hit knockout. And then we're okay when it comes to Kangaskdan. He can do some pretty decent stuff to us. He has good physical attack. He went for Rage, so we definitely win that battle. Anytime Giovanni goes for Guard Spec, we pretty much win. And now we're facing our 5th rival fight. It comes out with a Pidgeotto. Pidgeotto. Will Pidgeotto be a 1-shot? It is a 1-shot. Okay. And he comes out with a Growlithe. Is Growlithe a 1-shot? It is a 1-shot. Very good. Execute. I don't think Execute's a 1-shot. It is. Okay. He's pretty. We're pretty high level. We should be 1-shotting all these things. So this was actually a very, very tough one to face in my last playthrough with Ditto. Very tough to face that playthrough. So now here's what happens when you face Ghastly. So Ghastly, Bide. It's initiated, so we have to hope that Ghastly goes for a certain move every time. And he can't use Lick. Lick does no damage to us. So that literally narrows his attack pool down to 2 moves. Confuse Ray and Nightshade. So, Confuse Ray and Nightshade. So we hope for Nightshade, which will do damage to us. 23 damage to be exact. So Bide. So that's great. As long as we attack back, it's good. Okay, 1-shot. Very good. And then one more Pokemon. We do Outspeed, Nightshade. As long as we don't get 3 Nightshade. We barely get that, but we get the win. It's okay. And so that's sometimes that those fights aren't that lucky, to be honest with you. Sometimes you don't get that kind of luck. Usually the other, I didn't put all the channelers in there because I didn't think it was. I thought it was kind of pointless to put all the channelers in there. But the other channelers in there, usually what I dealt with of the other ones I fought is they went for Confuse Ray every single time. and it was kind of frustrating. And I didn't get a lot of resets. I didn't get as many as I thought. And yeah, I didn't get as many resets as I thought I'd get in there, but I did get a couple, but it wasn't as hard as I thought it'd be. I got some good RNG. So now, as you can see, we're in Cobra Kai. This is an optional part of the game. You don't have to face this. But this Pokemon, you're going to see in the end, I needed all the levels I can get. And I did skip some trainers in some gyms. So I needed to make up for it. But these guys are pretty good level. They're closer to the level I am now. So it's good experience. It's good, good attack IVs or EVs and whatnot. Very good with this Pokemon or this place. But we also needed to get a Pokemon that can use Strength, and you can actually do two different ways to do that. You can use wait till you get Lapras, which Lapras can use Strength, and it can use Surf, or you can wait, or we can just go in here and knock these guys out real quick and get Hitmonchan or Hitmonlee to be our HM, not our HM Mule, but our HM user for Strength. Sometimes let's just like get out of the way and not have to be relied upon beating Lapras, because this does happen. There is occasional times when you can't go for Lapras yet because you can't beat your rival number 6 yet. It does happen. That does happen in this game. So this is a part of the game where I told you I skipped over a lot of trainers. So right now we're facing the trainers in Erica's gym. These trainers in Erica's gym are not they're super trivial, but I could have fought a lot more. And if I did this again, I'd probably fight a little bit more. I probably wouldn't skip over. Like, I'd fight all the guys in Lieutenant Surge's gym. I didn't fight any of them in that gym. Okay. And in Erica's gym, there's probably a good 4 or 5 trainers I've skipped out on. Yeah, so, okay, 2 on the sides and those 2. So 4 trainers. I could have got 4 more trainers, probably got at least another level, maybe 2 out of it. So that's what I decided not to do. And it's because I just wanted to get through this gym and move on to the next part. But Body Slam seems to be doing the trick. And so right now we're going to save, and then we're going to face Erica. Erica is the grass type leader, and she's actually not too bad. She's actually got some pretty good Pokemon. I like a lot of her Pokemon on her team. But she starts out with a Victory Bell, and you just don't want to get put to sleep with Victory Bell. And he puts us to sleep. That's awesome. He's paralyzed, but he puts us to sleep, and that's awesome. And we just gotta wake up. And Vine Whip is just doing, Razor Leaf is just doing way too much damage. And we're not gonna be able to survive too much longer. We got 9 health, and unless we one-shot the Vileplume, which we don't, he's gonna put us to sleep, and he's just gonna use a Petal Dance or whatever and knock us out. So we get a reset on Erica. That doesn't happen very often, but like I said, her Pokemon are pretty good. It's just her AI sucks. She can actually do a lot of, like, she went for Sleep Powder and then Razor Leaf just back to back. That'd be great. So she tries for it again. We wake up pretty quick this time. He is paralyzed, which is good. We get some good paralyzed luck with this battle. And Tangle is going to do a little bit of damage, but not much. And then we have Vileplume, and we're going to use Double Edge just to make sure we get the knockout. And we beat Erica. We move on to Erica, and we go on to Koga. So Koga, I actually fought all the trainers in Koga's gym, because Koga can be tough. His Pokemon are around level 40, and we needed all the levels we could get, because nothing we have is going to one-shot, and we're going to take damage back, and we can also get poisoned. So there's Double Edge. It's barely did half. So I'm just going to use one more move to avoid us taking damage again. Body Slam on the Coughing. It should be a 2-shot. Very good. Now, they're not going for poison moves, thank goodness. But here's what can happen. We can get the final Pokemon we're using does have Self-Destruct, so we just want to get him knocked out. Smog does not knock us out. Self-Destruct. We don't survive. And like I said, we just... there's nothing they can do move-wise that can damage us unless they poison us. It's just that Self-Destruct on the final Pokemon is a killer for a lot of Pokemon. Because Poison-type Pokemon don't do a lot of damage. They just don't. They do chip damage, and then they try to just outlast the opposition. They're designed for that. Okay? Sludge, I guess, is a pretty solid move. But we get poisoned. As long as we knock it out, we don't take damage, but we're going to take poison damage here. We actually have less health this time than the last time we went into this battle against Weezing. So Weezing comes out, and if he self-destructs again, we're not going to win. Okay, so we got to knock this Pokemon out. We got to survive. He misses, thank goodness, and we get the win. A very lucky win. Not a first-time victory. And then we move on to Blaine. Blaine is the fire gym leader, and he actually comes out with Growlithe. We're going to body slam Growlithe. That's a one-shot, very good. We're at level 47. Take note of the time, too. It's an hour and 26 minutes. There's a lot of Pokemon that I've had done for 20 minutes at this point. So we get a little lucky here with some bad RNG and decisions by Blaine. And we don't have to worry about taking a lot of damage from some of his Pokemon. Take down, get the body, one more body slam, Fire Blast, and knocks us out. So Blaine, the problem with Blaine is he has bad AI, so he'll just use potions retroactively. It's kind of annoying. It's good in our sense because because we're trying to beat him, and we can't beat him if he keeps healing himself. But if he's healing himself, he's not doing damage. Okay, so that's bad. But it's good in some ways because we're not receiving damage. It's just dumb that instead of having a really good gym leader battle, you have a gym leader that stupidly keeps adding potions rather than doing attacks. But it is what it is. And we get the knockout, luckily, on Blaine. So two different battles. This is how crazy this Pokemon is. You're going to have one battle that's like you're in control of the whole thing. And the second one is like a random loss. It is what it is. Now we're moving on to rival number 6. Rival number 6 comes out with a Pidgeotto, a Alakazam, a Growlithe, an Execute, and a Blastoise. So we're going to two-shot the Pidgeot. I'm sorry, not Pidgeotto, it's Pidgeot. Growlithe comes out. It's going to be a Body Slam. And it's going to be a one-shot. Very good. Execute comes out. It's not going to be a one-hit knockout. He does go for a stat booster. I think it was Reflect. And then Quick Attack on the Alakazam. I don't know why I don't go for Body Slam. That's just stupid on my part because he can knock you out. Blastoise at this point in the game does not have anything great. So I think he's probably one of the worst gym leaders at this point. I'm not gym leaders. Starting Pokemon at this point in the game. But he does get better at the end. He has great defense and good attack. Now we're facing Giovanni. This is the second Giovanni fight before we face him in the gym. Then a Rhino is a two-shot. Kangaskdan, is it going to be a two-shot as well? Guard Spec for the win. I love it. Rhyhorn comes out. We're going to do the same thing. Body Slam is going to be about a 4-shot. 2, 3, and 4. Very good. And Nidoqueen. It's going to be at least a 2-shot and Guard Spec for the win. So 2 Guard Specs in one battle. That means we're definitely going to win. Double win. And we move on to Sabrina and her whip. Sabrina's Pokemon can't really do a lot because we have decent special. And Body Slam, it's a physical move, and her Pokemon don't do well against physical moves. Now look at how high level I am right now. So the fact that we can't just one-shot this Venomoth at level 51 with a stab, super effective Body Slam is crazy. But regardless of that, we get the pretty easy win against Sabrina, and we're moving on to the final Giovanni fight before we head for the Elite Four. Okay, and in this battle, I'm not using Body Slam to win. I will for this first Pokemon, for sure. But it's about a 3-shot, and what I'm hoping here is that we just get a couple Leers or what's the other move? Tail Whip, there we go. From Rhydon, but we don't. But we have 2 Guard Specs. I don't know why we went for 2 Guard Specs in this battle. I don't know. But we knock out the Dugtrio. We mimic Dig. That was our strategy here. I didn't say that. We mimic Dig, and Dig makes a lot of these battles 2 shots because they're rock type. We only have normal. It's not going to do a lot of damage. Another Guard Spec. Way to go. He really loves those Guard Specs, man. Really loves those Guard Specs, dude. Dig. Stomp does a decent amount of damage, but Dig. One more time. And he does Tail Whip us, so now we can do a little bit more damage. And we handily defeat Giovanni. And we move on to our 7th rival fight before the Elite Four. Now he comes out with his team's almost there, almost fully evolved, but not quite. He's got 3 Pokemon that haven't been evolved yet. Pidgeot comes out, and we're going to mimic Agility. And we're going to mimic Agility. It's going to boost our speed. That's one thing, but also does the badge boost and boosts our other stats, like our attack stat, like our defensive stat, even our special, which we don't even use, but it does. And with our stats boosted, we still don't one-shot the stupid Pidgeot. But it is what it is. So Body Slam, Tail Whip does the badge boost again. Stomp does a little bit of damage. And now we're down to 40 health. Now the badge boost is undone, but 1 shot on the Growlithe, very good. Execute. It's going to be a 2-shot. We get seated, which sucks, but it is what it is. Alakazam should be a 1-shot. It's not a 1-shot. Shoot. And we get knocked out. So now we're going to try this battle again. And the problem with this battle is the fact that we leveled up in the middle of it. So we might just have to mimic, and then we'll set up on someone else. That might have to be the strategy. Because if we're going to level up in the middle of battle, it's going to undo all the badge boosting we're doing at the beginning of the battle. So, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to mimic agility. And we're actually still doing it. Cool. This is smart. So, body slam, we'll get the 2-shot. And I only did 2 just to outspeed. Do that. There we go. Body slam. It's going to be a 3-shot. One more. Quick attack. Very good. We have a lot more health going into these last few Pokemon, so that's the benefit right now. So Growlithe, it's a 2-shot. Execute comes out, and we gotta get through the Execute without taking too much damage. Stun Spore doesn't hit me, thank goodness, and I have so much more health now to deal with Alakazam. Now we're gonna use Agility, Double Edge. Oh man, we take so much damage there, but we get the knockout on Alakazam. Blastoise comes out. 5 health is what we have. He's paralyzed, thank goodness. It's a little bit, that's a lucky battle. I'd have to say it's a lucky battle. If we did that battle like 10 more times, it would not be the outcome like that. So here's our stats. We are level 64, and if you've watched my videos, you've seen that we've had Pokemon way level lower than this, and our stats are way more significant and way better than what we have now. But our hit points is 187, our attack is 109, our defense is 111, our speed is 118, and our special, again, our best stat, for some reason, is 131. So, and this is our moveset: Body Slam, Reflect, Double Edge, and Mimic. So, the one person I thought would be the most difficult in here was Agatha, because I didn't have a move for her, so I'd have to Mimic, giving her time to use one of her status conditioning things. But she actually ends up being one of the easier ones. So let's go ahead and watch this battle against Lorelei. She does take a couple tries to beat, and you're going to see some compilations of some tough battles. So Dugong puts itself to sleep on, I think it's the first attempt, first fight, first move. Okay, and we use Reflect, which ups our defense, so hopefully we don't take any physical damage. That's the goal here, or at least take as much. So Body Slam, try and get through. We gotta get through Cloyster as fast as humanly possible. Okay, we gotta get through Cloyster as fast as humanly possible with as much health as possible. Here's why. Because we're going to mimic Amnesia. Now Amnesia will up our special, but it also will up all the other stats by proxy because it's the badge boost. Okay, Body Slam. Now Slowbro, you also don't, it's like the worst Pokemon setup on, because all he knows how to do is really his Withdraw and Growl, are his 2 moves. His 2 of his moves he'll use. If he does Amnesia, not a big deal. We're not using special attacks, so we're not going to hit him with special moves, so he doesn't use his special defense or whatever. Okay. But that's not the problem with this Pokemon. The problem with that Pokemon is he'll use Growl, which will lower our attack, which does the badge boost, and he'll do Withdrawal, which makes it harder to knock him out. Okay, so we get through Cloyster with way more health this time. Okay, we're going to mimic Amnesia again. We go through the setup. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to go ahead and go for... I went for Reflect on accident. I think I did Reflect earlier. I don't know why I did it again. Body Slam, and we get the knockout. Very good. 103 health left, so very good. Jinx should be a 1-shot as long as we hit her. She doesn't do squat to me. Oh, okay, we're not a 1-shot. We must have got growled at, and our attack got lowered. So Body Slam, Double Edge. It's not a 1-shot. Hydro Pump doesn't do squat though, so that's good. And we just gotta outlast them, and we outlast them just enough to get the win. Very good. We beat Lorelei, and we move on to Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno very much. And actually, we have to heal before Bruno because we have nothing that's super great against Bruno and some of his Pokemon. So Bruno has, he has a handful of Pokemon that our moves don't do well against. Actually, we have no moves that do well against any of his Pokemon, let's be honest. Okay, Body Slam does not do great against physical, or against his fighting types, nor do they do well against his Onixes. Okay? So we're going to Reflect. It ups our defense. Okay, he's going for Harden. We're going to go for Body Slam. Just got to get the knockout. He's going for Rage. Rage is good because Rage doesn't do a lot of damage, but get the knockout. Very good. And my initial strategy was, let's go ahead and mimic a move. Ice Punch. But Mega Punch does a decent amount of health here. Body Slam is a 2-shot, and he uses counter. Well played, Bruno. Well played. We actually lose to Bruno. We don't actually, it took us what, 2 or 3 attempts to get by Lorelei. Bruno's attempt or 2 to get by him. It does happen. It's the dumbest thing ever, but he did beat us. This Pokemon is not really designed to play Bruno very well, so we have nothing good against Onix. So what we decided to do is just mimic Harden so we can do the badge boost. Still not doing any help. Look at how much damage we're doing. It's not much. He's doing more damage to us. He's just dumb, so he doesn't keep doing slam. He just does other things and keeps doing slam. So now we're gonna still mimic ice beam. Actually, we didn't use hard. I'm sorry. Body slam be a 2-shot, and we have a decent amount of health left for the next couple Pokemon. Body slam. It's not gonna do a lot, but we get the knockout. We have Onyx. Ice beam will be a 1-shot on the Onyx. Very good. Machamp comes out. Ice beam will be a 2-shot. Submission knocks us out. Awesome. We lost to Bruno twice because we don't have a great strategy here. So let's go ahead and reload this, and we're gonna fight Bruno. And what we're gonna do is you're just gonna do the badge boost. A lot of their moves are physical anyway. It's gonna up our defense, so it's not the worst thing ever. So we're gonna reflect, and we're gonna body slam. We're gonna harden, and harden will up our defense. We can do it up to 6 times. But what it'll also do is it'll up our other stats, our attack stat, our speed stat, our special. All those things will get increased by doing this. Body slam. It's actually not doing as bad as earlier. We did paralyze Onyx. That does help us a little bit, and it kind of breaks his rage a little bit. Body slam on the Hitmonchan. It makes it a 1-shot now. Now we level up, so it's no longer going to be a 1-shot. Oh, it'll be close, but not a 1-shot on the Hitmonlee. Hitmonlee's probably the best fighting type in this game. Body slam on the Onyx. It's going to take a couple turns. We use a lot of our power points on the body slam. So look at, we have 24 power points for body slam. It's insane that we had to do that, but it is what it is. It's good. It's good because that's our main move anyway. So I was able to get through a lot of the game without healing because I did that. So now we're going to go for body slam. We just got to get the knockout here. Get the knockout. Move on. So, survive and thrive and move on. So now we have Agatha and the Agatha lottery. This is what I thought would be the big brick wall in this playthrough when it comes to the Elite Four. Not. So you just saw me attempt Bruno 3 times. You're going to see me attempt Agatha 1 time. We get this on the first try. Go ahead and watch this battle. And this is the first try victory. Not even kidding. Kind of irritated me. Like, this is the one that is the first attempt knockout, first attempt beat. But mimic, we're gonna mimic Nightshade because we have no moves that can hit a ghost. Now 3 of the Pokemon are ghosts, 3 of them are not. So the other 3 we don't have to worry. So like for example, we have Golbat now. Golbat can be a 2-shot with Body Slam. But as soon as Gengar comes back out, we gotta use Nightshade. It'll do 66 damage exactly every time. So wow, we've got a lot of health with Gengar. So now we're down to 71. So we cannot take another Nightshade from anyone, except for maybe like 1 Nightshade. We can take 1 Nightshade. Let me rephrase that. And now we can't. Level 57, Gengar. If it uses Nightshade, we get knocked out. But we, like I said, a little bit of what they call RNG, a little bit of luck. Doesn't get toxic, gets a potion, but we beat Agatha on the first try. So much luck was involved in that. If I faced that battle 10 more times, I would not have that outcome. Okay, I'd probably win maybe 2 more if I'm lucky. So now we are going to heal up, and now we're coming across the what I didn't perceive to be the brick wall. It's not the brick wall, but this one and the next one. So we're at 1 hour and 55 minutes. We're in the Elite Four, and we're just now getting to Lance. So keep track of the time it takes. I don't think I show all the losses here. So you don't have really a good solution for Gyarados. Body Slam can paralyze. It can take two turns to knock it out. Not bad. Okay. Now, the initial strategy was the typical strategy. Body Slam, knock out the first Pokemon. We're going to use Agility on the third. Dragonair takes its pound of flesh out of us and gets us down to 51 HP. And we don't even have a move that can do a 1-hit knockout. That's what's crazy right now. And we get 11 health, and we're going to go into Aerodactyl. He's going to we do outspeed, but he knocks us out. And he's going to knock us out repeatedly because he's too strong for Body Slam. His defense is too high. So sitting there, I'm like, okay, that's not the outcome I wanted. And I'm taking way too much damage when it comes to Dragonair. Okay, with all my setup with Agility. But we have to get set up to knock out the other Pokemon. So I thought, let's do something different. We're going to mimic Hyper Beam this time. Hyper Beam, I'm a normal type Pokemon. It's actually going to be a very powerful move, which it one-shots there. It one-shots here. Very good. And I thought, okay, well, I'll just one-shot this guy. It doesn't one-shot, so now we have a turn of recharge. Awesome. And yeah, it's just not working. It's not working at all. We do get the knockout, but 2 health going into Dragonite. He's gonna knock us out. So it's about having as much health as possible, getting into that final fight with that final Pokemon with Lance. So I skipped ahead. So we went from an hour and 55 minutes to 2 hours and 7 minutes right now. I think this is the one we win. So it took a while. So reflect right from the get-go. We got the best case scenario. We want Gyarados to use Leer. Okay? We want Gyarados to use Leer because Leer does the badge boost, so I don't have to take turns and mimic the move to do it. Okay? So he does the Leer a couple times. It does hit us, so our attack and special and whatnot is boosted. Dragon Arrow will still be a knockout on both. It will still be a knockout with Hyper Beam on both. Okay? Now again, Hyper Beam doesn't have the greatest accuracy, so keep that in mind while we're doing this. So right now I want to use Body Slam. And Body Slam gets us the knockout. He does a Hyper Beam, son of a gun. Okay, we're taking a decent amount of damage. He's paralyzed, thank goodness. 51 health going into the Dragonite. So we got the best version of RNG that we want right now. Okay? Now, strategically, that was the best move. Here's why. Here's why that was strategically the best play right there. If I'd have used Hyper Beam first, okay, that'd have put him in healing range, and he'd use a Hyper Potion. Okay? And also would have had to take a turn to heal. Or I take a turn to recharge. But I used Body Slam first. Okay? He didn't heal, he used Slam, and I was able to use Hyper Beam and knock him out. So now that we've beaten Lance, which was, I tell you, it was a lot. You didn't see all of them, but it was very tedious and very tough. Now we're going to face our final rival fight. And we have PP restored. With an elixir we saved. And now we're facing the champion. Okay? Now champion, look at the time right now, it's 2 hours and 8 minutes. Champion's not going to be easy. Pidgeot is not easy. We can't badge boost anything off Pidgeot, but we do get the right RNG. No attack back. Very good. And now we're going to mimic. Recover. Because we're going to go with some same strategies I've used in the last couple playthroughs. Okay? And I mimicked the wrong move. So I mimicked Psybeam rather than mimicking Recover. So we have the right RNG. And with the first Pokemon, right RNG with the second Pokemon because it went for Psywave. And we mimicked the wrong move. That is user error, so that's on me. Okay, so we're going to go for Reflect first. He goes for Reflect as well, which means my physical damage won't do squat to him, but his won't do much to us either. Okay. And Sky Attack doesn't do a lot either. We get the knockout, but we have way less health than we had last time. So now, we don't outspeed Alakazam, so he's going to go first every time. Okay, and I don't know what happened there, but yeah, so we have to have a lot more health going to Alakazam because we don't outspeed Alakazam. Okay, so that's one of the big hang-ups right now. We don't outspeed Alakazam, and so every time he's going to go first. When there's nothing, here's the thing about whenever you get in some of these fights, I showed you the moveset. There's not a magical move I can bring up here that can fix this problem. Okay, there's also, technically, I can go back to a save point that I have and and level up some more, but I want to win this battle without having to do that. So we get the knockout. We have a lot less health than we anticipated. And we're trying to mimic here. And Psychic knocks us out again. So this is the problem we're having. Alakazam outspeeds us. Psychic does a lot. And Reflect doesn't do anything with Psychic. It doesn't, because it's not physical. It's a special move. So what strategy we're going to be able to do here? So Pidgeot, we're going to do it again. We'll go for Reflect, that's just up our defense. And Body Slam, he misses, thank goodness. Wing Attack doesn't do squat. We have a lot more health going in at Alakazam, is what we wanted. Okay, Mimic, we're going to Mimic right now. Recover, very good. Body Slam will be a 2-shot, and it goes for Recover, but we'll get the knockout, very good. And same as usual, we've done this a million times. Is what we want to do right now is when we recover, and we want Rhydon to go for Tail Whip and Leer. And what that does is whenever we get Leered or Tail Whipped, the badge boost glitch occurs. Okay, boosting our attack stat, our special stat, and our speed. It will not boost our defense because Tail Whip lowers our defense. Okay, and so does Leer. So we get what we want. That's what we wanted. We wanted to have the ability to get badge boosted. Okay, there's another tail whip. That's 3. There's 4 with Leer. And we should get the knockout right here. Okay, we're going to recover one more time. He leered one more time. So our attack and everything is very much highly boosted right now. Okay, double edge is not a one-shot. Jesus, that's insane. That's not a one-shot. Okay, Executor. Now this one can wreck us. He can put us to sleep and just like chip away at our health. And our defense is so low right now. And we just have no response right now for this. No response. We got our defense lowered. So I'm like, okay, so this strategy works to an extent, but we have nothing for the Executor. So we just took way too much. We took our defense lower too much. So what is a better strategy? So I think this is the final battle. I think this is the one that we actually get by him on. Yes, it is. I'm looking at the timer. Definitely is. Okay, so reflect. Very good. Body slam. Take a couple turns to knock out the Pidgeot. He's going for sky attack. It misses, thank goodness. Going for it again. Get the knockout. We have a lot of health going into this Pokemon. Goes for reflect. That's fine. We're going to go for psychic. We have a good special. So we want to move that's going to do a decent amount of damage. And rather than have to use body slam to get by Rhydon, let's just use special. Or let's just use psychic. It's a special move. It'll get it by a lot faster. We do outspeed so we don't have to get hit by Horn Drill. And what would be great right now is if he could go first. I'm trying to get him to go for like a Leer or just one. Give me one. There we go. Perfect. And now we have enough to knock him out. So now it's a 2-shot on that. Psychic is not a 1-shot. If he would hit that Leer, that would have been great. Okay. Now we have Executor. We just gotta get we gotta knock out Executor. We gotta be able to take a couple hit or a couple sleep. One. We get the paralyze. Good. Get the knockout on a critical hit, so now we're down to Blastoise. Psychic on the Blastoise, it's about a third. Body slam, it's about a third. It doesn't matter. We get the win. Not the most cleanest battle ever, but we get the win against our rival. So now I'm tapping, trying to get this done. So we get this done in an hour, under 2 hours and 14 minutes. Let's try to get this done. I'm clicking as fast as I humanly can, and we get there. And Eevee comes in with a level 69, nice. And that's our stop time. So 2 hours, 13 minutes, and 53 seconds is the time in which we beat this game. My prediction, I thought I'd get done under 2 hours. I probably could if I just got a couple extra levels. Some of the battles in Elite Four, I think you get a couple extra levels, you get over some of those damage rounding thresholds. There we go. And yeah, but this Pokemon, not one of the best for sure. I've definitely had worse for sure. Definitely not a good one. It's definitely a Pokemon that you don't want to hang on too long. You want to evolve this Pokemon, and we have 3 very good options out of the next 3 playthroughs on this channel. You have Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon. That's the order of the Pokédex. That's the way we're doing it. I have some thoughts on that. You'll see the prediction video on Monday for Vaporeon, and you'll see the playthrough for Vaporeon next Friday. Okay. Again, I want to appreciate everyone who's contributed in getting me to 300 subscribers. I really appreciate that. My videos are getting a lot more views, so there's definitely some momentum going on. I appreciate everyone watching. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell. You get videos like this all the time. And that's it for me. So everyone have a good one. I'll see you on Monday. Have a good one and see you.